In this business, nothing happens by accident. Every incident leaves behind a trail, footage, witnesses, motive. Most nights, the evidence tells a clean story. But sometimes, it just doesn't add up. When rivalries go unresolved, when damage is deliberate, when no one backs down, the case goes cold. January 17th, we reopen the file.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to NGW High Voltage. I am the Guido. Unfortunately, due to circumstances beyond his control, the camera guy will not be hosting tonight. However, in his place, the Ignite Women's Division Commissioner, Claire Castle. How are you tonight, ma'am?
I'm doing well, and yourself, Guido?
I know, honestly, I can't wait for Cold Blooded. Really looking forward to starting off 2026 in style, and we got a lot of great matches set up.
You're just a week away for that, aren't you?
Yes, we are. Yeah, we are a week away from that. Of course, we got exactly, Cold Blooded at the Lou Civic Center in beautiful Muscuda, Illinois. Tickets are available. Go to ngw.ticketleap.com, and of course, the season passes are available.
That is correct. You guys do have a season pass. Do you have the prices and everything on that, or where can folks get the information on that?
I don't, unfortunately. Unfortunately, that's one of the things camera guy takes care of.
Ah, there we go. The producers are on it tonight. Looks like you can get your season pass at newgenesiswrestling.square.site. So definitely check that out. It's a heck of a value. I believe on there is you get a drink and a hot dog, or hot dog and handshake. Which one is it?
It's a hot dog and a beverage.
So that's a heck of a deal right there, folks.
The handshakes are for the wrestlers.
That's right. That's right. Okay. I remember hearing it somewhere around the locker room, so.
I'm about to say, aren't you one that distributes that, at least as far as Ignite's women's division?
The ladies don't care so much for the handshakes, so it's fine.
Was it high fives, fist bumps?
It's high fives and fist bumps. Yeah, we modernized a little bit back there.
Yeah, because really, I've just handed a microphone and pointed to the table. So,
look, nobody's got a better microphone than me. I am the best in the business with the bling on the microphone here. So, Dardar, you are not going to get me tonight. I'm on to you.
Yeah, you gotta be careful. She likes poking the bear.
She got me last week. I think I said it twice. We were really close to getting a guest appearance. So
yeah, unfortunately, Betty, that's Claire. It's not Phoenix tonight.
No, appreciate you though. I'll take a recognizing on greatness there.
Ooh, sparkly microphone. It does kind of remind me. I don't know if you've seen Judas Priest live. Was a couple of years ago. It was a couple of years ago. I had the fortune to do so. And Rob Halford has a very glittery microphone.
Ooh, I'll have to check that out. So let's see. So we've got Cold Blooded next week, and this week you guys also have a show, correct?
MMWA has a show this Saturday.
And there's a co-partnership as well with Centralia SummerSlam or Centralia Slam?
Centralia Slam, yes. IWA and NGW, yes.
Fantastic. So 2 great shows this weekend. Everybody, if you're close to one of them, check them out. I've had the pleasure of seeing both of these promotions, and you will not be disappointed. There, Benny Phoenix is in the chat though.
No, I did want to apologize for myself and camera guy's absence last week. But to be fair, it was that whole dealing with the last time that Lexi Green and I were in the same building. Somehow a voodoo doll ended up in the back of my car.
Ooh.
luckily, luckily at GGO Enterprises we have some Black Cat magic, so we take care of those things.
Always got to be prepared. We also, oddly enough, we did have some misfortune at the next Ignite show. One of our ladies matches had to cancel.
Oh no!
So I'm not going to say that there was, something afoot, but it's just the nature of the business. It's kind of one of those things that anything that can go wrong will probably go wrong, and you just gotta roll with it.
Well, that's why
Like
you have
tonight,
those 4 magic words: card subject to change.
card subject to change. Exactly. Like tonight, I'm here. Camera guy and Miss Phoenix Quinn tagged me in. Understandably, he's not going to be able to be here tonight, so y'all get me for better or for worse. But at least I brought the bling, and we're gonna have some fun tonight.
Oh, that's what was meant by sparkly, because I was. Okay.
Oh, I am all sparkle and shine. I keep saying that if you're going to stand out in this business, you got to find a way. So I've got my sparkle, and we're gonna.
You've got your sparkle. I've got volume.
There you go. Right. So we've got this worked out. We're gonna make an impression.
Oh yeah.
So
because you mentioned sparkly, I was wondering, like, are we talking like second grader art project sparkly or Twilight Vampire sparkly?
Oh, oof, hold your tongue on both accounts, my good sir. I am not cheap, and you can see me from space. There are folks
I was never saying you were cheap.
I can't sneak up on anyone because as soon as I come around the curtain, the light hits.
Keeps you safe while you're jogging at night. Yeah.
Yes, I am very much a disco ball. But MMWA, that is who your guest is with tonight. Is that correct? Is that where our guest is? Your guest?
Well,
is
I mean, he's been all over the area. I know he's done MMWA. I have worked with him. I've worked with him he's in CHWA, where he and JSO, the Junkies, as the Junkie of Fame, were long-time CHWA tag team champions. Just recently made his debut in Illinois Elite Wrestling as the manager of JSO in a 4-win contest. And in all honesty, I think we're ready to bring him on. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, the Doctor of Decadence, Dallas Stevens.
And I bet you still don't know what that means, do you?
Well, I was hoping it meant chocolate.
It is. I'm just trying to figure out where a decadence program where you can get a doctorate in decadence.
Online, dude. You can get a doctorate in anything online. You know that.
That is true. That is true, because I actually saw a program advertised to be a Doctor of the Universe.
Doctor of the Universe?
Whatever that is.
Yeah,
I don't know if that includes a magic sword and furry shorts, but yeah, they did mention that part. And that reference probably went over a lot of people's heads.
That was a little much there, bud. Oh, that's okay. But apparently this does not mean chocolate. I was hoping, but you're just a Doctor of Decadence, not bringing anything.
Well, chocolate could be involved.
Oh, hey, Phoenix. How are you?
Good evening, Phoenix Quinn.
Oh, my boy Josh Summers. He's in the chat too. That's awesome.
And Benny and Eddie. So what
Robin.
does Doctor of Decadence mean?
Oh, what's the highest level of education? A doctorate, right?
Doctorate, yeah.
Right. Decadence, other than its truest definition, it also means to overindulge, like too much of a good thing. I like to party. So, if you're gonna be a partier, you might as well be the best at it, right? So
as do many in the business.
Right. I'm not an actual doctor, I'm not pumping on people's chests or anything like that. No. It's just a moniker, guys. I'm not a real doctor. I'm like one of the many doctors of pro wrestling, Dr. Tom Pritchard, come on now. Dr. D, Dr.
Williams.
Yeah, Dr. Death, I'm one of the wrestling doctors. I'm not a real doctor.
So Benny's bringing up here, you and JSO got Pink Pony Club stuck in his head from MMWA last show.
Well,
I'm not going to lie. I saw those pictures, and that's all I heard in my head for like 2 weeks. I was very annoyed. Good song, but...
Hey, We just come up with great stuff, don't we? It just works. Oh, and trust me, that's not the end of it too. You're going to see a lot more in the future. Trust me. Just wait.
Where did you guys find ponies on sticks around here? I have not seen those in stores in a while. So
you haven't seen hobby horses?
I haven't seen the horses. No, yeah.
I'm sure Amazon. Try Amazon.
Of course, everything from Amazon.
Oh,
I
Phoenix
love it.
is saying apparently I'm going to be wrestling in an NGW ring soon. Oh, I am. Okay, cool. Yeah,
Ooh.
let's do business. Come on now, I'm ready.
Well, she does have the power to make that happen.
This is my year. I'm going out with a bang. I'm just going to go and just kick everybody's ass. You know, I'm going to get a bunch of championships, make a bunch of money, and party with my best friend because that's what we do.
Yeah.
There you go. Donde, wrong doctor, sir.
Yeah, that's he's not that kind of doctor.
Yeah, I just got done explaining that. Come on, man, get with it. Jeez. Oh, geez.
Okay,
right.
so okay. Well, I had a bunch of questions. So right off so I got scratch off.
Go
Does this
for
look infected to you? Okay.
No, not that kind of question. Jeez, Guido, man, we're gonna have a talk offline, man. Jeez Louise. For NGW champ.
Right.
Wow. Okay. Benny, I like you, buddy. Me and you are gonna be friends. Like a mole on my yard looks fun. Okay. Yeah.
He's not that kind of doctor either.
No, I'm not that kind of doctor.
Donde, put the mole back. He's tired. Poor mole. So MMWA, that was remind me, that was with you versus Virgil, correct? At the last show?
Yeah, yes. Our Christmas show. It was a Christmas street fight. I was so aggravated with JSO, and I have been aggravated with PYT, of course, because they're just a pain in the ass. You know, they think that they're the best thing going on in local wrestling around here, but they're not. You know, that's obviously JSO and I. Duh. But hey, whatever. Okay. So they come into our house, they start talking trash and stuff like that, try to take over. That's not going to happen. So obviously we had to do what we are going to do. We're going to retaliate. So there the club was born. And obviously we can do their gimmick and we can do it a lot better. Duh. Because we're better than them. Jeez Louise. So yeah.
It was like seeing double.
No, come on. Not even close. We're way better looking. Get out of here, Claire. Come on. Jeez Louise. That trailer park trash, he ain't nothing. And trust me, JSO's going to get to him real soon. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. He's not done with him. But before he has to go to him, he's got to deal with Jerry Morgan. Ugh.
Okay. The shooter.
That
correct?
Dude. Oh, Mr. Boring. I'm going to go to sleep or I'm going to go. Yeah, there he is. Hey, there's my buddy. Man, doesn't he look good with that fur vest? Then look at this dude. He's a douche. I get tired just looking at him, man. I just want to go take a leak after, you know, when I hear his music, time to go to the bathroom. Jeez Louise.
Goodness
that
gracious.
Dude, he's trash. And then on top of it, he hurts my best friend, messes his knee up. You know, this whole time, JSO's been radio silent because he's been training hard so that way he can kick his ass this Saturday and take the Legacy Championship back where it belongs. Because who's the better Legacy champion than JSO? Nobody. Because he's the forever champ. Get that, Josh Summers? I know you're listening, buddy.
He's got to get the belt back, though, right?
That's right, man. That's what we do. That's what we do. We get championships, and we just look better than anybody else. You know, that's what we do. We just look good doing what we do.
So Benny's excited to see you back. I know you've been on hiatus for about 6 months here, and Virgil was your first match back. Benny here has a question of if there was one man you could face from any company, who would it be?
Like around here? Oh, okay. Here we go. One person you want to team up with besides JSO and face any team in the history, who would it be? Whew. Okay. In a singles match, I would probably say. So is this around here? Or is this like a dream opponent?
I think it's a dream match.
Oh, a dream match.
Let's just go dream match.
Dream match. Oh man, if I was.
Time and budget is no object or no objects.
The Hitman.
Wide category, guys.
Ooh, Bret Hart. Nice.
But yeah. He's my favorite. You know that he's my generation, man. He was my champion growing up in the 90s. So that's my guy. That's who I would want to learn from because he's like 100 million times better of a wrestler than me. I will admit that. So I'm not the best wrestler, but I can punch and kick the crap out of people.
Oh, Savage, I said do both the dream match and the area. So.
Oh, area? Okay. We can do that.
So
okay. So locally, a dream match. Oh, man. Man, that's tough. There's so much talent going on right here, right now. A lot of young talent, too. Oh, man, I've faced pretty much a lot of the big names around here. Man, that's tough. You know, in an alternate reality, here we go. An alternate reality. JSO.
Really?
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, because let's think about it, guys. Around here, I mean, who else is there to face, man? If you're going to face the guy, face the guy. To be the man, you got to beat the man. And in my opinion, and I know I'm biased. Everybody knows he's my best friend. But, you know, it doesn't lie. You guys have watched him over the last 5 years. Dominating. Taking championships. You know, getting our name out there. Like, who are these guys? All of a sudden, boom, here we are. We're taking over the scene. We're kicking ass and taking names and championships. You know, and watching him, yeah, that's who I would want to face locally.
So in your entire career together, you guys have never faced each other one-on-one in the ring?
Nope. No.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it'd be an incredible dynamic to see that because, I mean, you two know each other so well.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it would be that situation
24 years? Yeah, it's a long time.
Yeah. it would be that situation of you know, you gotta pull something the other guy wouldn't see coming.
Yeah, what's that gonna be? You know what I mean? Because I know him, he knows me. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? I mean, hey, that's dream booking for me. Because I wouldn't wrestle him. I know better, you know. He's a better wrestler than me. I'll admit that, you know. But hey, it'd be fun to do, right? That's a nice dream match locally. Now, as far as the tag team goes, who else would I want to tag with? I mean, again, sorry, there's nobody else I've ever tagged with. It's always been JSO. He's my guy. I don't tag with anybody else. It's him or nobody. Sorry.
Very much a ride or die. Who would you guys like to see across the ring from you?
In singles or tag?
Tag.
Who the Junkies for Fame like to go against?
Well, if the Junkies for Fame were to come back, I mean, pretty much anybody and everybody. I mean, we don't shy away from any type of a challenge, you know. I mean, we were the CHWA tag team champions for like a year, right?
I believe Josh Summers said you were one of the longest ones. So, yeah.
If not the longest, we're the longest in the modern era. That's for sure.
Yeah,
because every tag team they gave us, we just chewed them up and spit them out. You know, hey, whatever.
I mean,
the Revolution got lucky. That's all that happened. Otherwise, we'd still be the tag team champions. Heck, if we were tag teaming right now, we would be tag team champions. But we're doing our thing right now. So, but hey, you never know what the future holds. Maybe we might, bring the band back together and take some more tag team gold down the line. You never know.
Very much a ride or die. I like it. You guys are pretty close knit there. One thing I always like about events or wrestling and behind the scenes is like your favorite road stories. Do you two? Now remember, I believe this is a family-friendly show, so we got to keep it relatively clean. But do you have any favorite, because you guys have been together for so long? What's your favorite story from the road, or even just at a show one day?
Yeah. Well, I mean, so he's always the one that drives. Always. He likes to drive, and I think he's scared of my driving, which I don't know why. I drive perfectly fine, but that's besides the point. So as we're driving, a lot of times it's a long drive, and, whenever we started, there was no social media, none of this crap. So you actually had to talk to one another.
Right.
And we would just use those opportunities to like come up with ideas, about what we want to do with our career, and how we want to pursue it. Cause at that time we were a tag team then too, and just some of the fun stuff that we did, man, is just driving the car, going to the shows and come up with, at the time we were coming up with different entrances. We were always coming out a different way. We never walked out to the ring the same way twice. and that was kind of a thing we had that was getting over pretty well. So we would always discuss what we're going to do, how we're going to do this, what can we do that could top last time, just that's the type of stuff that I enjoy, on the road, is just kind of shooting it and just talking about everything and anything, talk about life, not just wrestling, mostly wrestling, but talk about life too. That's in my time in wrestling, that's the most fun. Does that make sense? Like,
yeah.
Yeah, obviously going to the shows and doing what we do, obviously we do it because we love it, but it's the behind the scenes stuff like that, the car rides, the camaraderie, like I said, we've been friends for a long, long time. So it's kind of cool. We wouldn't be friends like that if we didn't have a bond. And I truly believe that wrestling kind of brought us together and has kept us together all this time. So I'm pretty proud of that. I'm proud of what we've accomplished,
Yeah. Has there ever been a time where like you guys were trying to make each other kind of crack or throw each other off?
Oh, not me. Not me. I was always so worried trying to remember what I had to do, because I can't retain information as well as my partner, See, he knew what was going on. I always had to look to him to what was going on. That way I knew I was, following direction right. Because if I didn't have him, that's probably why I ended up being a tag team guy, because I'm not really a big singles wrestler. I mean, I don't mind it. Don't get me wrong. But I personally love tag team wrestling. Now JSO, he likes to do his singles thing, and I'm all for it, man, because he's awesome. He can do what he can do. I can't. So I like tag team wrestling. I like being there with him. And I just think that with us being together for as long as we have such great chemistry, like we know what we're going to do. And it just flows so well, and then also at the same time, like for that whole year that we were champions, we got to go in there with a lot of young guys, a lot of new talent, and to get in there with them and kind of show them what's up, man, that's awesome. I love it. I've had a great time since we've been back. Every single time we're out there, it's fun, and I like to do new things and, try new opportunities. We never shy away from an opportunity. We're open-minded. We like to hear what hear what is being said. We like to listen to the people and stuff and try to make them happy, because apparently we have a decent fan base. They actually like us. People are talking about us. That's awesome. I love that.
I've seen quite a few challenges popping in as suggestions for tag team matches. I saw the Fam. I saw Boy and his Monster.
Dysfunction.
Yep.
Function. Oh, wow.
That would be a fun one.
JSO has some unfinished business with Mr. Espinoza, because I don't know if you remember, Guido, after the end of that, towards the end of that show, there was a little confrontation there.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah. Hey, I know where they'll be. So
Looks like Dardar, of course. Dardar's our PYT fan here. If you ever had to face anyone in PYT, either in tag or singles, who would it be? You need to watch your back, because PYT is coming for you. PYT for life. Now, the last time you guys you did face Virgil at the holiday.
I kicked his ass too, and he got lucky. I was distracted and he rolled me up, and he was holding my tights. He cheated. Duh. Of course.
There was a lot of candy involved in that match. Like there was a giant candy cane. There was like gumdrops. Like, yes. Like who came up with all of these props? Or were you just like, did you guys just raid like a Christmas display on your way to the show and just throw it under the ring? Like,
we're not going to divulge our secrets. This isn't WWE Unreal. We don't just tell you everything we're going to do.
They were creative weapons. I'm a fan of the creative, the tactics, the gimmicks.
There's a Christmas street fight. You gotta.
It's the magic of Christmas, Claire. That's how all this came.
You know what? Right. They were just miracles under the ring. Gotcha. Okay.
Who doesn't want to kick the crap out of somebody around Christmas time? Come on now.
That's fair. That's fair. So your next show is MMWA, and that's this weekend. Is that correct?
Yes, this Saturday, South Broadway Athletic Club, New Year's Evolution, I think it's called.
Evolution. Okay. And who are you facing for that show?
Oh, I'm not wrestling. No, I get the evening off. I'm going to be out there
in JSO's corner.
I'm going to be right out there supporting my buddy. Yes, I am, because I'm going to enjoy watching him kick the crap out of Jerry Morgan. That dude is useless. I mean, seriously, this is finally everybody's going to have an opportunity to see what a real wrestler is. because JSO's just going to toss him around and just make him look very weak and frail. That's probably why he's always on that treadmill, because he's trying to get his wind going, trying to come up with ideas for his life.
That sounds like a pretty tall order. Jerry seems to be pretty competitive and in his element most days.
He's
so
boring.
You guys, he's boring.
He's boring. He's boring.
He needs to get his own
he's a personality. That's what he needs. He needs a personality. I'm sorry. It's true. He does. He does. Ask anybody. They'll tell you Jerry Morgan sucks. They even have T-shirts about it.
That's true. Although he does get quite a pop, I'm told, at NGW.
I think because he pays off the crowd.
I was wondering why he was shaking hands out there.
They got quite a bit of a crowd. That's a deep pockets there.
Yeah, it's okay. Give us a little time over at NGW, and we'll show you what a crowd is really like whenever we're out there. We're going to get them going the old-fashioned way. We're going to go out there and show them why we're awesome. We're not just going to tell them that we're awesome and then get in the ring and suck. Like Jerry Morgan. Jeez Louise. That guy. He's been a thorn in our side off and on for a while, too. I'm just going to enjoy JSO kicking his ass. So, PYT better keep their heads on. Yeah, Josh, that's quite possible. But you know what? He's going to take the Legacy Championship first, and then after that, yeah, you know what? Why not? Go kick PYT's ass some more, and then take the Heavyweight Championship. That's perfect. Be a 2 belts, JSO 2 belts, or something like that. That'd be fun, right?
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I am all for seeing PYT counting lights. So
that's awesome. Wow.
Okay, so we got this question here from Jeff Wilson. How did you get started in wrestling?
So back in the late 90s, early 2000s, there was a thing in wrestling that was very, very popular, backyard wrestling.
Guilty.
And yeah, the whole "do not try this at home," that was because of us. Yeah, that was fun. Imitating what we were watching on TV.
We saw it as a suggestion.
Yeah, pretty much.
So that's how I got the scar on my head from getting raped in the fender of an '85 Monte Carlo.
Oh, I got hurt way more in the backyard than I ever did in a professional ring, because obviously I went and got trained. And
I was going to say, I feel like that's the point.
Yeah. But back then, training was it was hard to do because the business was still semi-protected. That was during that transitional phase where everybody was getting smart to what we do and this and that. So it was hard to come by. And plus there wasn't a lot of companies back then either. So you had to travel long distances just to go and work. But whenever I started, it was, 2002, I think. And just went, got trained, and JSO had about a year and a half or 2 years ahead of me. He got trained with GCW, old promotion that's well known from back in the day, right here. He started then, and he's basically been training me my whole career. So, I don't really, and that's funny. I'm actually saying this live now. I've never told him this in person, so now he's going to hear it here. Along with not only did Harsh train me or Jeremy Lightfoot, they both did. But JSO, he trained me too, because I've always been kind of following his lead, and he's still teaching me to this day. He's always come up with something that I didn't come up with and stuff like that. I know I'm praising him a lot tonight, but hey, I'm just feeling, I'm in that kind of a mood. I'm in a great mood. I'm feeling great, and I'm excited to be on the show. And I just want to start this new year off right, man. I just want to have a positive state of mind in a world that's not so positive right now. I want to be lost in our wonderful world of wrestling. So,
well, you guys have both been in each other's corners for a very long time. So,
yeah.
I mean, if you support one, you support the other, it sounds like, and that's
where I met him. I met him in the backyard. He had his own promotion that he was running. So that's how that all started. And here we are all these years later. And now it's funny because it doesn't seem like it went by that fast, but then you just blink and boom, here we are.
Yeah.
I wish that we had more time, but hey, Father Time wins all the time, right?
Yeah. You guys, it's one of those things that this new generation coming in can't understand the stuff that we did and got away with before social media. Like,
oh yeah. Whole nother
it was insane.
world.
None of that stuff would fly today.
Yes. No.
Yes. Everything we did is now just fun stories and rumors.
And there's no evidence anywhere. Like, get away with everything back then.
Because we burnt the negatives and poured gas on the ashes.
So, yo.
Yeah, if I could go back and do it again, I would not do the backyard wrestling, But hey, if I never would have done that, never would have met JSO. So I guess there's the good and the bad, Hey, that's why I'm paying for it now.
I mean, we know a lot of guys that got their start in backyard wrestling. I mean, from not only here in the area, but also, up in the big 3-letter promotions. It's should we have done it? No. Do we regret it? Also no.
Right. It's very, very much rub some dirt on it and move on. So, Dardar, you are not getting us tonight.
Well, you want to face Preacher and
dang it! No.
What is that?
Dardar, you're on my list, hon.
We don't say that person's name because if it's said 3 times, weird things happen on this show.
They're NGW's personal Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
Oh,
Beetlejuice, Candyman, Bloody Mary, however that works.
Okay. Correct. And just took advantage of the fact that I'm not in on it. Okay. Gotcha.
I tried cutting you off, but I wasn't quick enough. That's the fun part of having delays on the audio. You can't go no.
So, regret is a strong word.
We just do not say the name Preacher. Dardar, you are not getting me.
Well, I've got a personal message here from Dardar. Regret is a strong word. We don't use that. Well, I regret nothing, and I fear even less. So, and again, I'm just an announcer. So.
I believe Dardar is scared of getting a hug from you, though. So a hug or a picture taken?
It's a picture.
Okay.
Which I don't understand, because she's been kind of heelish. I don't see, you can't be more heel.
I think there's always another level of heel.
Yeah, there's many levels
of that over the years.
Yeah. Wait, what? Like, I'm trying to. You'll have to forgive me.
Wow, are we back in 1998 again? That's awesome.
I know, right? I was like, honest to God.
Sound?
You'll have to forget. I am currently at this undisclosed location has a landline. So
it's an honest to God answering machine, right?
Wow, that's awesome. Yeah. I didn't think those things were around.
Yes,
wow.
Yes, they still exist.
Wow.
Guido went back in time, guys.
That's awesome.
That's insane.
See, now I don't feel so old now.
Hey, I'm only slightly older.
I'm old enough to remember. Sad but true.
Danny,
and we're not going to mention it.
Saying quit messing with Claire and Dallas, but messing with me is okay, I guess.
All right, Dardar, you've had your fun. Let's get back to the topics on hand.
What's the word? Like how far down the ladder can you go as a heel? Are we talking like farting on babies? Is that what you're up to?
I mean, Flair made kids cry. Like,
so did Ted DiBiase.
Yeah, point. That is my point. Like, there are levels.
Yeah.
Even Triple H was like, "What is wrong with you?"
I don't know why I was going to say Doink.
I love Doink. Doink was awesome.
Yeah, because I remember that promo with Crush. Making kids cry, bruh.
Oh my gosh, you're taking me back.
Or
that was a long time ago, Guido.
Was it Mr.
I'm gonna go even further.
Millions?
Big Bully Busick.
Oh boy.
Yep. No, you can't. You just making kids cry. That's my line. Like, sometimes I've got to be the ass in the room. But
with references. Yesterday, I had to convince my brother that saying "Toots Mont" was not a fart joke.
Oh, jeez, Louise. You know how many people don't know who that is? Even in our business.
Exactly, and that is sad. I mean,
it's sad.
You're talking about the person that literally set the blueprint for what wrestling is today.
Yep. Yeah, pretty much. And that's, I know it's not school or anything like that, but you should, look back at the history of our business if you're going to be in our business. So that way you have a reference. I know that the new generation and every generation, the styles change and pro wrestling changes. I get that. It's always going to evolve, but there's certain fundamentals and basics that have to stay in place in order for it to work. And for some reason, in my opinion, the new generation seems to not want to do that. So, but hey, I'll get on my soapbox about that down the road.
Speaking of history, the camera guy did a wonderful piece of how the first women's match in Illinois was actually in Mascoutah, a building that's no longer there, but that is part of this town's history, or that town's history. First women's tag team match in Illinois was hosted in Mascoutah. And it had some wonderful names of the business that sadly are no longer with us, and they didn't get their credit until after their time, sadly. But that's definitely something good to talk about. I'd love to see even more podcasts talking about it, and shows online talking about that history and how it still kind of shapes the shows today.
Oh, I'm all about. I'm a huge proponent for women's wrestling. I'm so happy that now, that is one of the things of the evolution of pro wrestling that I am a big fan of, is the fact that now the women are treated as equal as the men, which is it's the way it should be. Because women just didn't all of a sudden get tough. There's been tough women for generations. I'm just happy that they're finally showcased. Because as far as I'm concerned, if you can get in there and you can do what we can do, by all means, why not?
Yep.
And
And that's the great thing about here.
And now they're being featured. Now it's being more featured. I mean, when I got started doing YouTube shows solo, I talked a lot about the women's wrestling landscape as even at that time it was starting to become more mainstream to have your women's matches and that.
It's kind of cool to kind of be alive and witness in history. We're seeing this happen. And that's pretty cool. I'm happy that
around here were always wonderful about that, though. They always kind of wanted it, but it was building up that network to have backups. Like now, we had this last show, 2 women's matches. One got canceled. We still had a match, but
I'm so happy just to see that. Just so much. They're main eventing. They're winning championships. They're getting their names out there, and then also on TV, they're showcased how they should be showcased, and that's awesome. I love it.
And through biopics such as Queen of the Ring, people are learning about how tough it was to be a woman in the past, especially with the subject of that, Mildred Burke. The like ladies of that nature, up to Mae Young and to the 80s, like Sherry Martel, Debbie Combs, and
Mildred Burke.
But and then of course the story of Glow, which I think they kind of sold the cocaine short in that, because there was it was the 80s, it was Vegas, believe me.
Okay, the reason they always sell that short, guys, is because nobody remembers what they did while on it. Like, that's why it's so undersold. But
that's history.
In the 80s, that was how you functioned. You did the bump to wake up. You had a couple shots to go to sleep.
I have to clarify that there in no way do any of these promotions encourage the use of any of these habituals whatsoever.
That was a long time ago, and unfortunately, we've lost a lot of performers.
A lot of good folks to that kind of stuff.
Very happy. That's another thing that's a positive in our business, is the fact that they're taking care of the wrestlers now. That's awesome.
Right. Exactly. Speaking of history,
I did employee portal now.
What's that?
I said WWE has an employee portal now.
Things are changing.
Strange times, guys.
Yeah, no kidding.
So I understand, Dallas, did you have a piece of information that possibly brings us into the camera guy's favorite segment? Do we need to Hit the bumper?
So you're saying we might be having some?
I mean, I've had an Easter egg behind me the whole show, so yeah. So I think we might.
So you're saying we might have breaking news.
Yeah. So this breaking news happens to be that starting very, very soon at a podcast near you, the Dr. Dallas Show will be premiering. I'm going to be joining all the other nice local podcasts around, obviously High Voltage, and Outside the Ring STL, I got to shout them out. Wrestle Talk, I got to shout out to everybody, and just I just everywhere. Figured everybody else can come on here and say what they want to say, so why not me, So yeah. So we're gonna have that coming soon. Not quite sure when yet, but we'll have the details coming out. I'm happy and fortunate that the camera guy is going to be co-hosting and joining me, helping me on this adventure, along with Josh Summers. He's going to be helping me co-host as well. And every once in a while, JSO will pop in and do his thing. So, I'm looking forward to kind of just talking about certain things, have something different every week and just kind of have fun with it, And this is kind of like stepping my toes into it. I'm trying to get comfortable with this. I'm kind of old school, I'm kind of not with it. So when it comes to the technology aspects, like I'm a little bit far behind. You're talking to somebody that played a PS2. That's the last game console that I played. So
I still play a PS2.
Yeah, I'm far behind the time. So I'm trying to learn as I go here. So bear with me. I'm just going to kind of dip my toes into it, get myself a little bit more comfortable. And I just want to have an opportunity to talk about things, mostly St. Louis wrestling, obviously, because that's the best wrestling, a little bit of mainstream too.
Exactly. There's a lot of history here.
Oh, a lot, and that's why I think it should be showcased, and
absolutely.
So I want to talk about it. Now, obviously, I'm going to be talking about promotions that I'm involved with, stuff like that, but it's not, it won't be limited to that. It'll be all of St. Louis wrestling. All is welcome to talk. All is welcome, to share their comments and be a part of the show. I just want to get out there and just kind of say what's on my mind. I figured everybody else does. Why not me?
Yep. The rule of thumb is make it exist and then make it look pretty. So you just the hardest part is getting stuff started.
That's right. Exactly.
So definitely let us know, because I would love to give that a shout out. I've been trying to promote a lot of the other shows and venues as well.
Appreciate it.
Because we're no longer in necessarily like that competition day. Like promotions still compete against each other, but we're not so like isolated and I guess clicky as much.
Yeah, I mean there's the 25-mile rule, it's kind of gone out the window, and
that's silly, just evolve, like everything else, I don't, there's so much talent to go around, people, you're missing out on opportunities to make money whenever you put restrictions. That's my opinion. But again, I'll get more on that soapbox down the road. So, go ahead, continue. But yeah, that was my breaking news. So
there we go. We got the case. Even though
looking out on social media platforms and be looking out for the debut.
Yeah, and in all honesty, I think it's going to be a great show. I know you're. I'm assuming you're trying to figure out like what's going to make your show click. Dude, just try
that's
the
fun part, right?
try what feels right.
I'm not going to get rich doing this. I'm doing this for fun and something to do in a positive light. Talk about something that I love, and that's pro wrestling, and not only pro wrestling, but St. Louis pro wrestling. As it's happening. I think we should have, and I see, and I try to pay attention to all the other podcasts around here and to know what's going on around. And I just think, why not just be another avenue to get the word out? Promotion is king. That's how we get fans in the seats and get paid at the end of the night. So I'm all about promoting, and just talking about what I love. So
yeah. I mean, and podcasting's in a way kind of like wrestling. I mean, it may take some time, but you'll figure out what works for you.
Yeah, just throw it at the wall and see what sticks.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing, sadly, is like a lot of people have forgotten that St. Louis used to be one of what was it, the number 2 or number 3 territory in the country. I mean, it was up there with New York. And a lot
it
of
was
people
one of
kind
the
of forgotten
mainstays.
that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Wrestling the chase. Yes.
Yeah. Sam Mushnick did an incredible job building a great territory here.
Yep.
And you know, like, and I think it's still a hotbed.
Oh, it is. It always has been, you know, and social media and this new generation has helped it boom again. Like, you know, how, to me, I think it's as hot, if not hotter than it was back then. And that's saying something, you know, because there's a lot of opportunities to work around here. You know, it went from anything to a lot of promotions to have the opportunity to make money and get your name out there.
Yeah.
So,
and we're in a boom period in the business as a whole. So,
you know, like pro wrestling as a whole,
rising tide raises all ships.
Yeah,
and,
absolutely.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, if you're going out and you're promoting and giving that push of, even if it's just going like, I'm going to go and get that championship belt, you know, because everybody's got belts nowadays. You're still putting each other over. You've got to acknowledge the strengths of your opponent in order to make it worth your time to be there. That belt has to have value. That opponent has to have value, because if you don't sell that, you're not selling yourself, you're not selling the seats, and you're not selling the show. And at the end of the day, butts and seats are what pay the venues and pay the shows and pay the guys so that they can come back the next time. So, you know, doing this in a bubble is not feasible. It's like you said, we've got way too much information at our fingertips. We have to compete in a way that builds both the sides up, because otherwise we've got nothing. You see the same match no matter which show you go to. Oh, it's those two guys fighting, and I'm not going this week because there's a new movie out. Or, you know, I can go see something else because I've already seen that. No, if we have a constant new influx of people and ideas and scenarios, you're going to increase your availability and shine more in this very saturated space of just people. I mean, money's tight now. And if you're talking about, hey, can I go to a wrestling show and see a great show and have a great time with my family and my kids? Or do I spend that money taking them to the movie theater and we all see different movies? Like, you know,
Do
you're
people go to
competing with
movies
that
anymore?
you know, sometimes I hear they're still open, but
they are.
even just, you know, doing things like that. You know, you've got to make it so that people want to show up for you, and you can't do that by burying each other. So that's something we've got to I love seeing in this new dynamic. Again, I'm old school. I don't understand all the things that I have on my phone, but it helps. So
I'm trying to figure out
what's something else he's saying. What's he saying here now?
Good money to see Junkies for Fame against my favorite tag team, the Great Heathen Army, but I would struggle on who to cheer for since I like both of them. Benny, why do you do this stuff to your man?
I mean, who?
The Great Heathen Army.
Who?
Dirk Holthar and
Dirk Holthar, Rickster Wolfsbane,
Reiner the Red. Yep.
You mean the History Channel's Viking show guys?
Yeah, those guys.
You know what? Sadly, I think that is what they come out to. They are modern day Vikings. They are on the whole premise of raiding and sacking other divisions. So we've seen them at NGW, we've seen them at IWA, we've seen them at Ignite. They are the current IWA tag team champions. So they've got a belt for you guys to go after, I guess.
And the only reason why they have it is because we're not tagging right now. Duh.
Well, Benny's trying to start a movement.
I mean, Guido, come on, man. You've seen us. You've seen what we do. If we wanted to, we would take all the tag team belts from every promotion around here. You know, the only reason why these guys have tag team gold is because we're not tagging right now. Jeez.
But I'm not gonna lie. Even though I work in the business, I would pay to see some of these matches. I think I'd pay to see you guys in the Great Heathen Army go at it.
Oh, that would be a good match.
You would pay to watch us kick their ass? Awesome. Book it.
Booking's her gig, not mine.
Oh, I'm sorry. You all got the wrong shoes for my side of the division here, guys. I am the women's division representative, so I do have a bid right now for Sherry Morgan, but I don't have anything.
If the money's right and if gold's on the line, book it. You know,
Book it. All right. We'll have to see.
Well, I mean, I know Phoenix is in the chat, and she can make those decisions happen. She can make those things happen.
Hey, we're always down to talk business.
Dardar wants to know, what is one company you would want to work at in the future? I'm assuming this is either way, singles or tag. We're just going to give it that caveat there.
I mean, we're open to anybody and everybody. You know, we don't say no. You know, we're like we were just talking about. You know, we like to. I'm a big proponent of sharing talent. You know, that's what you should do. You know, there should be no restrictions. So we are open to anywhere and everywhere. You know, we're all about it. We love the business, and we just want to go out there, perform for the fans, and just put on the best show possible, and do what we do better.
And you guys have a very colorful career. You've worked at quite a few promotions, not only in the local area, but also nationally, correct?
Not nationally, just around
nationally?
Here.
Just around here. Okay.
Yep. Mostly Illinois and Missouri. But yeah,
right.
we've been mostly now, of course, if our history would have went differently, obviously that could have happened, if we would have done it, but circumstances happened, life happened. But now just we're happy where we're at. We love that we're a part of the St. Louis wrestling scene, because like we said earlier, a lot of history here, and we're just happy to be a part of it. And I just want to contribute what we can to the business.
Fantastic.
And I mean, it's like I keep saying, if it ended tomorrow, I have a career in professional wrestling, and nobody can take that away. And I'm assuming you feel the same way.
I don't do it for the money. I do it because I love it. I love the reaction of the fans. That's what gets me going. It's a rush. You hear every wrestler say it in some form or fashion. It's something that once you feel it, you want to always feel it. It's that rush, and there's nothing like it. If you love it, you love it.
Okay. All right.
Well, Miss Castle, I think it's about time we got something going here. A treatment, if you will.
Oh, a treatment for the doctor here. Is it a therapy of some sort?
Yes. Excuse me while I plug in something.
Okay.
What? I'm confused.
That's for shock therapy.
Okay. What is this?
Game show.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Dallas, we're gonna explain to this how this works. We are going to ask you 3 multiple choice questions. If you get 2 of those 3 questions right, you will win for a selected member of the chat this week a poster that they can pick up at NGW Cold Blooded, January 17th at the Lou Civic Center in Muscuda, Illinois.
Right on.
Looks like this evening you will be playing for Scott Nolda.
All right, Scott, I'm going to try not to let you down, buddy.
Guido, have you ever had anybody not get a poster?
Not since I've been involved with this show, and I won a poster for somebody when I was a guest.
I don't think they've had a loss yet. So pressure's on, but we're gonna work through this. We got this.
Well, don't jinx it. You're sounding like the announcers right before Travis Luke. Sorry.
You all right over there, buddy?
No, yeah, sorry. I'm still trying to get over some events.
There's medicine for that.
No, not for this.
We do have a doctor. We can cut a prescription.
I'm not that kind of doctor, guys. Jeez. One of these days, y'all gonna get it. I promise. So, right. Shock therapy. Okay, I'm ready to play. I want to win Scott some. What is it? Oh, a poster. That's right.
A signed NGW poster.
Okay. All right. So I got to make sure I win this for old Scotty boy here.
Okay. And just so you know, the questions are tailored for the guest. And since this is of the Doctor of Decadence, they're going to be asking questions about the essence of decadence, as you were explaining to us at the start of the show. So sounds like this should be in your wheelhouse, my good sir.
Okay.
Okay, we got a graphic. Okay.
You want me to read this or?
Sure. Yeah, you go right ahead. You've got a better voice than I do, sir.
Okay. What does the word decadence most accurately describe? Is it A, forgetting to eat lunch and being sad about it? B, extreme luxury and self-indulgence? C, wearing socks with sandals and feeling powerful? Or D, owning one share and calling it a lifestyle?
B for the best, because definitely extreme luxury and self-indulgence, because I mean, is there any other way to go? It's either go big or go home, guys. Come on.
All right. He has Dr. Dallas Stevens has picked B. Is he correct?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Decadence is extreme luxury and self-indulgence.
Fantastic.
Hey, so one down.
Okay, how many more I have?
You got
you
two more questions, but one more to get the.
Least, you have two more. You have to get at least one right.
Oh, okay. Carry on.
All right. Okay. Which historical group is most famously associated with over-the-top decadence and excess? Is it A, the Minimalist Club of Omaha? B, the We'll Just Have Water Society? C, Ancient Romans? Or D, the people who reuse paper towels?
Wow. Those are some awesome choices. But, I am a history guy, and, obviously it's the ancient Romans. I'm going to say C.
All right. He has picked C, Ancient Romans. Is he right?
Yeah. See, I'm smarter than y'all think. Y'all think I'm a little crazy, but I'm pretty smart.
So you spent quite a lot of time thinking about the Roman Empire?
That was my thing, man. I loved them. Greek mythology, Roman Empire. Whenever I was in high school, I loved all that.
I don't even want to
all
know
righty. Well, congratulations, Scott. You've won the poster. We'll get into that, but let's see if you can run the table and do a perfect 3 for 3.
Okay.
All right. In art and culture, a decadent style is best known for being A, sponsored entirely by folding tables, B, extremely beige and emotionally unavailable, C, dark, luxurious, dramatic, and indulgent, or D, focused on coupons, budgeting, and quiet reflection.
Well, A is preposterous. D is preposterous. So is B. So you got to go with C.
All right. He is saying it is dark, luxurious, dramatic, and indulgent. Yeah, he's right.
I'm on a roll tonight, guys.
I mean, if that was the Spanish announcer table at professional wrestling events, I could see them having some money to spend for decadence.
Yep. Rest in peace, Spanish announce table. Well, congratulations, Scott. You have won a signed NGW poster, which you can receive at NGW Cold Blooded next Saturday, January 17th at the Lou Civic Center.
Glad I could help you out, Scotty.
I don't get to use my game show announcer voice that often, so it's always.
You should do it more. It sounds good. Maybe you should do that on commentary too. It'd be a lot better. Sorry.
Yeah.
I had to say that.
Or there's also when I crack up people with the Light FM during sound checks.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm always gonna bust your balls, Guido. I have to.
Hey. If you didn't, I wouldn't think you liked me.
Yeah. Hey, my ribbon ain't too bad. Trust me. There's a lot more worse guys out there than me.
Right. Isn't that how wrestlers show affection anyway?
Yeah.
Verbal and emotional abuse.
If I didn't mess with you, I don't like you, right?
Yeah.
That's right.
Man, this is fun. This is awesome. I'm seeing as, of course, now what I think we're kind of getting towards the end here. Now I'm just now starting to feel comfortable. So
that's usually how these things go.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I think as more time goes on, I'll get better at this, a little less nervous, and just kind of have fun and just talk. So
well, that's that's really the only way to do it.
Yeah.
Because it's like podcasting, like wrestling, like pretty much anything in almost anything in life. If you're not having fun doing it, what are you doing? Why are you doing it?
Right. I just wanted to try something that was new and something that was out of my comfort zone, and why not? So here I am.
Well,
sink or
it
swim,
sounds like
right?
you've got a lot to bring to the table for that
I hope
in
so.
this area.
Wrestling is subjective, and I just want to give my 2 cents.
So
Yeah, and so I think a lot of us are looking forward to the Dr. Dallas show coming soon to wherever you get your podcasts.
Yeah, be looking out. We're gonna post the date pretty soon once we get everything all figured out. I'm looking forward to working with Camera Guy, and obviously want to have you guys on as guests as well. Come one, come all. More guests, the merrier. I want to get everybody's opinion from all around St. Louis. I want to get everybody's thoughts, because everybody has something to add. Everybody has something that they can bring to the table, and why not have a platform to do it on? So I'm all about it, and I'm also excited to watch JSO kick the crap out of Jerry Morgan this Saturday. MMWA presents New Year's Evolution. Going to be at South Broadway Athletic Club. Guys, come on down and enjoy a great show. You guys will not be disappointed.
There's the graphic. So that is this Saturday, South Broadway. And if you can't make it out to South Broadway, or if you got a little bit more of a drive, there is also the Centralia Slam this weekend as well for NGW and IWA. But 2 great promotions this weekend. Definitely make sure that you stop by and check them out. So fans are going to can see you at South Broadway this weekend.
Yes, this
where else
Saturday.
can the fans catch you at?
You can follow me on all socials. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram, X, and also TikTok. Just look for Dr. Decadence or Dallas Stevens or Dr. Dallas. I'm out there. It's not hard to find me, and just be looking out. We're going to do a lot of cool things in the near future. We're going to have fun doing it, guys. I'm looking forward to talking with a lot more people, and you guys again as well. I've had a lot of fun tonight, guys.
All right, and we appreciate you coming on High Voltage. Look forward to seeing you this weekend and in the future.
All right, guys.
And good luck with the Dr. Dallas show coming soon.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
See you guys.
Thank you. Mm-hmm.
Wow, that was an incredible show, Claire. And once again, thank you for jumping in. We hope Camera Guy will be back up and at him next week. But once again, thank you for joining here tonight.
100%. Thank you so much for having me. I know we're from different promotions, but I love the cross partnership and being able to be here. It's an honor. You guys have some amazing fans and wonderful shows. So I understand you've got 2 shows coming up pretty much. You've got one this weekend in Centralia. You've got Centralia Slam, and this is in partnership with IWA Productions. So that is at the Centralia High School. Flyer is there. And then you also have a show next weekend.
For NGW NGW Cold Blooded.
Okay. And who else on that card? Do you have a rundown for folks? I'm still.
I know our main event. We have sorry. In our main event, Ricky Cruz will be defending the NGW championship, heavyweight championship, against Chris Thomas. Really looking forward to that one. In her first defense, Lexi Green will be defending against someone you are very familiar with, Lycan.
That's right. Our party animal, Lycan, a Ignite professional wrestling school trainee and one of our women's division as well. That'll be exciting to see.
And to be honest, this will be my first time seeing Lycan in action, and I'm looking forward to it.
I have been informed that she will have plenty of Red Bull and Pixie Sticks, so this should be quite a match.
Oh Lord. And then, of course, we've got the NGW Tag Team Championships will be defended. PYT's Tobias Storm and Marco Hendricks will be defending those titles against Dirk Holther and Ragnar of the Great Heathen Army.
I believe we should have showed this to our guest before we let him go, since he didn't know who the Heathens were. But Get him next time.
Well, yeah, and then the Lightning Division Championship on the line. Logan Ridge defending against Navi Kai. That is going to be, how do I put this? That's going to be a very unique encounter.
Absolutely. I think this was announced last week. Navi Kai is quite a character. Now, he's going up against a big personality, but this is definitely going to be a match to watch.
I mean, both these guys are incredible athletes.
100%.
I think this one could really wow the crowd.
And this is also for a championship. It looks
like
it's
for the Lightning Division Championship.
Fantastic. Lots of belts on the line. We've got 3 so far. That's insane.
Yep. And then a triple threat match. We're gonna have Donnell Benjamin, Shrapnel, and Sid Holland going at it.
Fantastic. I've seen quite a few of these folks before. Donnell Benjamin, I believe he's a new face for me, but
he just recently made his debut in New Genesis Wrestling. Honestly, incredible talent.
He cuts quite a promo.
We know Shrapnel and Sid Holland. These guys are looking to make their mark in singles competition. So it's going to be an incredible match. And then the grudge match. Savage versus Preacher.
We are always watching.
I couldn't help it. I'm sorry.
You said it 3 times. Dardar, you got your wish. I hope our guest was watching backstage and saw the full-on Beetlejuice that we had going on. But
I mean,
goodness.
I mean, this match has been over a year in the making. It was in November of 2024, where the guy on the right in this poster put Savage in a casket and had him wheeled out, and now it's finally coming to a head.
I believe that was October for Forsaken 2024. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yep.
It's been a time coming.
October, November. My apologies. It was.
No, it was. We had to look it up too. Phoenix the other day was mentioning it, and she's like, "It's been a minute." So that's the only reason I had that. Oh boy.
Okay, and then the fam, looking back to getting their winning ways, will be taking on Masterclass in tag team action. I know the fam's been kind of struggling since they lost the NGW tag team titles, but they're looking to get back in their winning ways, and Masterclass definitely looking to establish themselves in tag team wrestling and in NGW. So
a big personality there in Dexter Roswell, as everybody is no stranger to. I don't know. I think the track suit's kind of affecting his personality and brain a little bit, but he has been doing wonderful at the training school with Carter Riley, and I love to see Carter Riley get to cut his teeth on anything and everything. So hoping that this will be a great match for them.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Dardar, when you're at undisclosed locations, the internet's never really that great. And also, unfortunately, the camera guy's not here to tell you all this, but if you are at NGW Cold Blooded, he has a huge announcement. You've all been seeing this countdown timer on the Facebook page here on High Voltage, but he will finally. But the camera guy has been hard at work on this special project. It is coming to fruition. NGW Unlimited, and he will give the big announcement as to what NGW Unlimited is at Cold Blooded.
I tell you what, the internet was buzzing with Conformity Gate all week. This is what I'm most excited for. I've been watching this countdown for a long time, and I'm so excited to see what this finally is. Because we've been watching it with very much interest. So very excited for the fans, and I just want to know what the answers are. So
yeah, and I mean, I know Camera Guy has, he puts everything into everything he does, the photography, high voltage, and if NGW Unlimited is anything like anything I've mentioned before, it is going to be something incredible, and each and every one of you is going to enjoy it.
yep, that man is one of the hardest workers I've seen at any of the shows and venues that I've been at, working very hard behind the scenes. And like you said, anything that he does, it's full go. So
I think
definitely
he's the only
excited to
person who
see
works
this.
harder than me.
It's kind of dizzying to see sometimes. So definitely check that out. Very, very excited to see what this is.
Exactly. So, if you come to the show, you will find out. You'll be one of the first to find out what exactly NGW Unlimited is, and how it will change NGW and pretty much Midwest Wrestling. At
Absolutely.
least
And
that's what
that
he keeps
is,
telling me.
um, and that's something we can definitely look forward to. And that is this next week in
Yep.
Muscuda. This weekend is Centralia Slam.
Yep.
Next weekend is
Is
Muscuda
cold-blooded.
Cold-Blooded. Fantastic. And you guys have some wonderful sponsors as well.
Exactly.
So I know you've got quite a bit of a bit there. I always like seeing those at the end when you guys thank them. So
Okay. Yep. First, we would like to thank Nick's Home Decor, Bi-State Termite and Pest Control, Needful Things Boutique. I understand that's in Muscuda.
that
And
is
the Ringside Buffet. Ooh, if you're ever in Mount Vernon, stop at the Ringside Buffet. Incredible food, great service, and
wonderful.
also ATS Collectibles. It's out of Smithton, Illinois. Wow, those are a lot of places where I could go really broke really quick.
Right. ATS Collectibles, I believe I've seen them at your show a couple of times.
Yeah, they've made a few appearances having a booth at the NGW shows. So if you can't visit their shop, see them at NGW, and of course you can always pause this section to find
Get
their
their
information,
information.
their socials, and everything like that.
And Ringside, the Ringside Buffet did have a post the other day. They've got brand new signage off of the interstate.
Yes,
So,
exactly. Those signs that say food, gas, and lodging. They are on the food,
yep.
which is
So check them out.
that's awesome.
Absolutely.
Good for the folks at the Ringside Buffet. Congratulations.
Very much deserving of it. Great food, amazing atmosphere. I think anytime I see their post, I'm hungry. So got to give them a huge shout out. So, all right,
exactly.
Guido. Well, thank you so much for having me. I know you've got a few more, spots and bumps to take and things to say, but again, I want to thank you very much for having me on tonight.
No. The honor was all mine. It's, we won't tell Camera Guy.
Well, you've got to say that thing that thing about the like button. That's a pretty catchy thing that he says.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Make sure to follow us on all social media platforms. Elbow drop that subscribe button, that like and subscribe, those like and subscribe buttons. And until next time, for Claire Castle, I am the Guido. I think we're done here, and we'll catch you next week with more High Voltage. Have a good night, everybody.
Thanks, everyone.